What is going on, guys? The only Grizzy here, back again. All right, and I just want to show you one of the newer packs that we got up for download. Really handy for like mini games and even in general if you just kind of want to decorate your hub slash spawn in your server or realm. This works really great, and I simplified it a lot. Now it does require experimental. Um, if you want the ease of use features, because they're based on items, and for some reason we still have custom items locked behind experimental, even though it's very clear that they work. So, with that being said, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you pretty much the settings you'll need, which is really just you can just coordinates if you want, but the holiday creator features right there. That's the only toggle you actually need. Now, you want to activate cheats as well. So if you're trying to do a world with achievements, not going to be for you. However, you can go download the nitrogen anti-cheat and you can get those custom achievements if you want them. So it'll will work with this pack. So what we want, floating text, load it up. We want to require players to accept your resources pretty much anytime you're using these custom entities, custom items that are going to be seen. Because if they aren't forced to download them and they aren't forced to use them, it can break some things. It'll give them a lot of corrupted textures or missing textures, I should say. But that's all you need. You just need that holiday creator features on. We'll go ahead and create this up. And this is a really quick rundown. So you can get all the items from the creative menu. So if we look over here, and let's load that up. Let's switch to this. There we go. So right there, for some reason they do split them up. You'd think they'd be all categorized into the same place, but they're not. They never are. So here's the rest of them, which is why I actually made it easy for you. So text, help, we'll actually start with that. It tells you all you need to know. Just gives you the rundown of what I'm about to show you. And then if we do function text slash kit, it'll actually give us everything we need minus the anvil, so we can go ahead and grab an anvil. All right, so go over here to a clear little area. We're gonna summon one. This is your spawn egg. You're gonna see it. It'll start off invisible if you spawn it like this. But if it is spawned like that, it will have an effect. That way you can see where it is. Now, instead of doing this on interactions, because not every platform responds to them the same way, so I kept that in mind the whole time I was doing this. We do have these that expand, compress, raise, lower, and delete. So if we expand it, it actually has an entity shape. We can see it. We can go ahead and name it, and we're just gonna name it nitrogen. Of course, rename that, and we can compress it back down with this. Now, you're like, oh, okay, so that's on the ground. Well, let's raise it up. There we go. It's raised up. Now, that does get a little buggy sometimes if you have two entities and you're trying to, you see what I mean there? It's treating that one like it's closer. So take a block down, go up. The one you want to go up, you want to be closer to. So like I said, it gets a little buggy on that aspect, but it's more so limiting with the game. The fact that it runs on like a function file, okay? But nonetheless, still works like that. Obviously, if we want to lower it, and then we can get closer to this one, lower it down. There you go, and you can move those around like that. Now, in the next update, I'm working on being able to move these on command, so like you can click on it and move it with you, which will be really convenient, but I was having some issues with it, so I didn't want to include that in this version. This is the second version, 1.1.0. First version did not have these. Now, this It's a very small hitbox, so you can still name it, but you can see it took me a few clicks to get it. And obviously when you click it, those effect particles go away. It does work the same way though. Raise that up. And we can still expand it after it's named. So we can see where it is, and we can kind of do it that way. Now, delete that. Now, if you have multiple, you want to watch, because if you delete it, it sometimes will delete both of them, but it did not do it that time. But sometimes if you have them close together, it can delete both of them, although I did try to fix that, so you shouldn't really have too many issues there. Now, if you don't have experimental on, and you won't have any access to these, I do want to show you how to summon them. So you'd go about the area where you want to summon them. If you are trying to put it in the air and you don't really feel like messing with coordinates, you can kind of just go where you need it to be and blah blah blah. But what I usually do is I'll stand on the ground and now summon floating text, and we're just gonna put it 5 blocks above my head there. And now nope, wait, hold on. There we go. So we want to put the name tag first. So put it in quotations, and then you could name it nitrogen resources or whatever you want there. We're just doing this for an example. So you see summon, the floating text, name, put it in quotations. You don't always need it, but if you're doing spaces in your text, you definitely will. And then do your tilde 5, or however many you're trying to put it at. And we're going to go ahead and summon that, and you'll see it'll put it up there. And then, obviously, non-experimental, you won't have these, so let's just take this out. But yeah, so that's pretty much what you'll be with if you don't turn experimental on. You'll have to place it manually. You won't really be able to move it. You can teleport it. It's an entity, so if you mess around, type equals floating text. That is. You know, you can mess around with stuff like that and moving it, but once you have multiples, that won't be so easy. So you're better off using the experimental in that case. But really, that's it. That's the whole deal. And one more time. There we go. Yeah, so just a cool little entity now, and cool thing about it is it does have a little bit of glow to it coming from those center parts. So it looks cool if you do want to leave it expanded even, to have it, you know, kind of sit somewhere and display text above it, and it'd be a cool little thing. Or if you just want the text, there you go. And it does give you notifications of what you're doing, which is really handy. All right. Anyway, guys, that's it. Pretty simple video, pretty easy, short to the point. And if you want to download this pack, it will be up on the website. It is already up on the website, along with all our other packs, and you can see that here. And you can also get that link down here in the description. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave those to me on this video, or really any video. I'll try to get back to you. We also have bug reporting and suggestion feeding on the website. You'll click on them, they'll take you to a form, and you can fill it out. Just let us know. Again, questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, anything you got, we will try to get back to you quickly as possible. But with that being said, guys, I will see you later.